Welcome in, everybody, to Betting Pros. It's time to place your bets. It is me, Joey P, Joe Pisapia, and this is BP NFL. It's time to look at the favorite parlays for week one. If you want our favorite bets, go watch that other video on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Drop your comments below, and don't forget to ring the bell till it goes ding so you don't miss all the videos when they come out. But Terrell, Furman Jr., Andrew, Erickson, and I all have some parlays for week one that we need to tell you about. So let's start with you, Terrell, Furman Jr. What do you have for the people?
All right, shout out to Hard Rock Bet. We just go ahead and get to it. Leg one, it doesn't need any introduction at all. Daniel Jones sucks. And everybody has spent the last 3 to 4 or 5 years telling me that Daniel Jones sucks. And all the laughing and all of that has come of the Giants organization was a direct correlation to Daniel Jones sucking. And now somehow Daniel Jones is now here for another team laying points in week one. And that team has not won week one since 2013. So very easy play. Dolphins plus 1.5. Next, let's talk about the offensive line for the Texans, because that is still really, really bad. CJ Stroud still hasn't really figured out all the way how to play behind that offensive line. He starts rushing throws because he doesn't trust the offensive line. And now they're going up against Jared Verse and that Rams defense. I think the Rams are going to be absolutely diabolical here to the Texans. I don't think that the Stafford injury or whatever they were trying to make of the Matthew Stafford died weeks ago train that's going on social media, it doesn't matter. I think Matthew Stafford or the ghost of Matthew Stafford or the clone of Matthew Stafford or whatever Matthew Stafford is going out there, the person that's under the helmet that says Matthew Stafford is going to go out there and have a game with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams. So I like the Rams just on the money line. Maybe the Texans defense shows up. Cool. Just give me the Rams on the money line. The Rams are getting the win. And for the last leg, we've got the Bears. Give me the Bears on the money line to get it done, because I am not afraid of a rookie quarterback, which J.J. McCarthy is. He has not started in a game. He is still a rookie. I am not afraid of him on the road going to play in a divisional game, especially when you have a home divisional dog trend in week one since 2009 that is 24-7 ATS, and it moves up to even 90% hit rate when you have the home divisional dog that is going against a divisional opponent that made the playoffs last season, and they did it. You sat here and watched that team play in the playoffs last year, and you had to sit there with it. I think Ben Johnson's going to have Caleb Williams ready to go. Is this going to be a good Bears team all year? I actually don't think so, but they're going to get the win in week one. So if you add that all together, give me the Dolphins plus 1.5. I only took the plus 1.5 because it was the same exact thing as the money line or Hard Rock Bet, but I don't even really need the points. I know the Dolphins are going to win this outright. Give me the Rams on the money line and give me the Bears on the money line. That's going to give you plus 515 over there on Hard Rock Bet. Make sure you go take the offer, bet $5. If it wins, you get $150 in bonus bets.
There you go. Look, taking my job. I don't have to do that. That's great. All right. Before we get to Andrew's parlay, I love you, dog. You got me all done.
Yep.
All right, let's get to Andrew's. Before we get there, just a quick reminder too, we have a signed Alvin Kamara Saints helmet we're giving away. So we want you to be a part of this. And how do you win it? Well, you go to BettingPros, and this is what you're going to do. It's from pristineauction.com, where we get all of our goods, so everything's authenticated. So what you do is you go to bettingpros.com/contest. That's bettingpros.com/contest. Complete the form and either download the Betting Pros app, leave a review of the Betting Pros podcast, or subscribe to our social media channels at Betting Pros on X, on the TikTok, and on the IG at Betting Pros NFL. The more actions you complete, the more entries you receive. You see how that works? So do them all and you get all these entries, and we'll be announcing the winner right here on the channel this month. So make sure you turn on those notifications on the channel, subscribe to Betting Pros YouTube, and somebody's going to win the Alvin Kamara Saints autographed helmet from Pristine Auction. Andrew, let's win us some money this week. Do you have a theme with this week's parlay?
I do have a theme. It's all unders for specific teams, and it's based on teams not at full strength across the offensive line. I think that these injuries sometimes get overlooked by the betting market, where we always account for, they're missing the number one wide receiver. But sometimes we don't pay attention to the guys up front when, if you paid attention to that with the Bears last year, well, you would have made a bunch of money because the Bears offensive line was terrible and did not help Caleb Williams at all. So with these three unders, I'm looking at teams that are missing offensive line key pieces. So starting with the Washington Commanders going under their team total at 26.5 points. I think that this Giants defensive line is legit. It's loaded with talent. I think they're going to give the Commanders a lot of problems offensively. And I'm just not 100% confident that Terry McLaurin is going to be all the way back. He is the number one weapon for Jaden Daniels, and he missed a lot of training camp holding out. We've seen this with guys before where they come back from holdouts, they get paid, and it's great, and they're all happy, but then they go out week one, and they're like, oh man, where's the oxygen mask? Like, I need the oxygen mask right now. They're just not in game shape. So I'm concerned about that. And 26.5 points, that's a lot. I mean, they got to 27 one time against the Giants last year and then fell short of this 26.5 points in the other matchup against the Giants. So Giants defense is underrated, and I think Commanders offense is going to struggle, especially without Sam Cosmi, who got injured in the last Commanders game in the playoffs, against the Lions, I believe. So they're not at full strength. The other leg I'm putting here, the Chargers under 21.5. Rashawn Slater, he's not going to play this season. He's put in on injured reserve. I know they have Joe Alt. Trey Pipkins, not a great guy that you want to rely on a down-to-down basis. The reason why he wasn't starting, he was noted as a swing tackle, but now he's going to have to start. So I think that Chiefs defensive line, Chris Jones, I think that they're going to present some issues for Justin Herbert. So I'm going to take the under on the Chargers, under 21.5. And then New York Jets, Steelers matchup. There's not going to be a lot of points scored in this matchup overall. And of course, the Jets, they feel good. They're going to run the ball this year, and then they lose their best starting guard. Elijah Vera Tucker was he's not placed on injured reserve yet, but he's going to be out with a triceps injury. I think it's just going to make it really hard for the Jets to want to run the football. And if they run it, I think it's going to be inefficient. And against the Steelers defense, that's usually not a winning formula. So under on the Jets, 17.5 points.
The Undertaker.
All right, so the Undertaker staying on brand. As
no
always,
jokes,
Andrew Erickson.
just unders.
No jokes, just unders, baby. Now you guys had the 3 legs, and the more variance I'm adding is a problem for me in week 1. I just don't want to do it. So it might not be as sexy as the other guys' parlays, but I'm keeping this very simple to the 2 things I know that I control this week in the world of football. I know that it's going to be almost impossible for Cam Ward as a rookie quarterback week 1 to take a Tennessee Titans team on the road to Denver, where Sean Payton is waiting with that defense and especially that secondary, and somehow be good. I just don't think that's going to happen. I think the Denver Broncos are possibly the favorites for that division. I know that's kind of a hot take for some people. I don't know. We'll see. I think it's going to be a very competitive division this year. But I think that Sean Payton's going to be ready for Cam Ward. I like Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward's going to be better than most people think out there, but I don't think it's going to happen in week 1. I think week 1 is a tough sell. Mile High is a tough place to go and play on the road for veterans, let alone rookies in their first start. I just don't see it, not against that defense. So I already locked this in, minus 7.5 against the Tennessee Titans for the Denver Broncos. And then I'm pairing that again, 2 legs only this week. I'm pairing it along with the under 38.5 for the Pittsburgh Steelers and New York Jets. Why? Because it's going to be gross. It's going to be a 40-something-year-old quarterback and an Arthur Smith offense for the first time. Steelers want to run the football. The Jets want to run the football, but can they run the football? Elijah Vera Tucker out for the year. That doesn't help. Look, new offenses for 2 quarterbacks in this game. First shot out of the gate, I just think this is going to be ugly. If this one breaks 30, I think I would be shocked. So give me the under. Put these 2 things together, and maybe it's not as sexy as the 5-1 odds that the gentleman just laid out to you, but this is going for plus 250, and just bet it harder. That's all. Just throw an extra unit on there and just walk away from week 1 unscathed. Week 1 is a dangerous place. Lots of landmines floating around there. We see it every single year. Things that you think are easy, things that you think, I see the insights there, and things just blow up. If you want more of the Sam Darnold conversation that Terrell is alluding to, go back and watch the full podcast. This is just the short version here. But I'm telling you right now, week 1, keep it simple. Manage your bankroll. You got a long season to go, and we're going to be with you the entire time. So subscribe to the channel here. And again, don't forget, you might win yourself that Alvin Kamara helmet. Shout out to our sponsor, Hard Rock Bets. And of course, shout out to my 2 best friends here, Terrell Furman Jr. and Andrew Erickson, the Undertaker. That'll do it for us, but the story of the game goes on. Happy parlays in week 1, everybody. We'll see you next time, kids.